Bald and Mullet, these two till the end.
I'm not bald.
It's not mullet.
Gaining buddies turn podcast kings, talking nonsense about everything. Hair or not, they're the ultimate team. Bald Meets Mullet, chasing every dream.
Hi everybody and welcome to the Bald Meets Mullet Podcast with myself, Bilbo Baggins, and Lone Wolf.
Hi guys, how are we?
Today we are on episode 4 where we are going to be talking about some conspiracy theories, our opinions mainly. No factual evidence is involved in this conversation. So we should be having...
the comment sections are going to be great.
So we should have an interesting topic of conversation. So, as ever, Mr. Wolf, why don't you...
No. For a change, you're starting. You start this time for a change.
Okay, no. So, my topic is going to be an unpopular topic. and it's going to be flat earth theory. And when I say flat earth theory,
All the ones you could have picked.
I know, but this one really, it really piques me, my imagination. But, I mean, I'm not saying I believe that flat earth theory, because I don't, but I think that some of the aspects of the theories around, or depending on which theory you look at, do have some interesting concepts. And I know... Eh?
Such as?
Such as Beyond the Wall.
No, right. We're not getting.
No, I'm not. No, and I'm not saying that I believe there's an ice wall or anything like that. But I like the idea of there being other stuff outside of what we know as this world.
Yeah, but what are people expecting to be the other side of this ice wall? Like you're telling me, right, that countries that have hated each other for hundreds of years have gone, you know what, let's deceive the entire populace of these other countries we really don't like, and let's all guard the ice wall that's around the flat earth.
But you know about the treaty though, right? You know about the Antarctic Treaty.
The fact that no one's allowed to claim Antarctica as their own.
Nobody's allowed to go and explore Antarctica past a certain point.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean there's an ice wall.
I'm not saying. Yeah, but do you not think that? Are you not open to the imagination that something could be there?
We've got satellite images. We would see it.
Yeah, we see what we see what we are allowed to see as controlled by the government.
Well,
and this is why it's a good conspiracy theory to cover. The sea serpent says so.
Don't. Oh, hang on, I've disappeared. Come back. I've got the auto move on the camera. I don't know what's happened. Hang on.
We lost him for a second there.
I was falling off the flat earth.
And I'm not saying the dome theory is a bit of a fucking issue for me, 100%. I'm not on board with the theory. I'm just on board with the concept that there could be other things.
Issue.
Yeah, it's a massive issue. Yeah, 100%. I don't believe it.
The thing that I found most ridiculous about a lot of the flat Earth theories, right? When you ask a lot of flat earthers who it is, when you look up at the stars and you go, okay, so Mars, for example, is it flat or is it round? They go round. All right, so Venus, round. Jupiter, it's round. The Moon, that's round. We know it is. We can see it in the telescope. So why would Earth be flat?
I mean, I'm gonna really annoy you now. Yes, the theory is it's flat, but it's still spherical. It's still a disc. So it's still round.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that all these people, well, maybe not all of them, but a lot of these people will sit there and tell you that all the other planets that we can see with a telescope are spherical. We've got proof. We know they're spherical, and yet for whatever reason they believe that Earth is flat.
Yeah.
Why? What? How can you believe that a different planet is spherical and our planet would be vastly different from that?
Do you know what though? Maybe that's not the case. Maybe they are all flying discs in the sky, and they just appear spherical like we do.
What are we talking like? It looks like we've flipped a coin.
Yeah, yeah. Like we're maybe not all planets are spherical. Maybe all planets are discs. Maybe they're not planets.
No, I can't get on board with it.
But what about
I just can't.
what about all these pilots that say there's no curvature when they're 15,000 feet up in the sky?
Right, you tell me one actual pilot, you know, one that is recognised that says that we're not spherical.
Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin.
Bullshit.
Both
Absolute bullshit.
Both their own conspiracy theories in their own right.
Yeah. There is no way they both sit there and went, oh no, it's flat. No way.
But Buzz Aldrin still to this day does.
I'll have to look into that one. But,
honestly, it's a rabbit hole that like, and I'm not saying I believe in flat Earth because I don't. I'm just saying it's an interesting topic to kind of go down the rabbit hole with.
Rabbit hole that you could go down.
It
Massive rabbit hole. The thing is though that luckily we both can talk about this without getting wound up at each other.
Yeah.
But a lot of people will sit there and have full-blown arguments about this topic that, you know, is senseless. Nobody's ever going to sit there and definitively tell everybody that we're round or we're flat or we're this or we're that, because no one's going to sit there and listen to all of the evidence from both sides.
No.
So no matter what we do, it's going to be the same argument constant.
Yeah, exactly. People just get so passionate about it, and I don't understand. The only people that get more passionate are vegans.
Oh. My other half's not going to be happy with you for that one.
Sorry, vegan bitch.
Ooh,
oh,
fine.
scratch that.
By the way, it's fine. It's fine. He's allowed to say it. She gave him permission. I can't even say it, but no problem.
Did you just sniff your fingers?
No, I flipped you off.
So yeah, I mean, like
it
I
just
say,
looks like I snippy fingers on my 2D camera.
Is it 2D or is it flat?
There we go. You saw where I was going with that.
100%. But yeah, I don't want to touch too much on it, but I'm just saying like some of the concepts around it, like having civilizations.
I can't get my head around why people think that all these different countries that have hated each other for years, and I'm not talking about like 10, 15, I'm talking about hundreds
of years, yeah.
Have come up with a treaty of, right, no one's allowed to cross this wall, we're all going to protect it and we're all going to go across. No one else is allowed to go across, but we'll go across.
Yeah, something going on. And then, and I bet they're all members of the Illuminati.
Oh, that's another conspiracy. Well, to be fair, the Illuminati is not a conspiracy. The Illuminati was actually a scientific cult, if you like.
Yeah.
But it's turned into a conspiracy theory.
It has. Along with the Masons.
Again, yeah. And all of these cult classics, the Masons, the Illuminati, like the Buffaloes, all this, they've all got their secret handshakes. Like.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to be in the know, and you can't ever get into it. You have to know somebody who knows somebody.
If you know, you know.
And I know about 3 or 4 people that are part of these secret clubs, and none of them will let me in. I don't know why.
Perhaps it's because you're going to come in with your big fucking flat earth boots and say no.
It's probably with a warhammer and just start beating people into sense. Just. But like, explain to me though, right? Like, in all seriousness, I want to try and get my head around it. Like, where this whole ice wall theory has come from, because obviously, like, you've got this thing of people have claimed they've taken pictures from beyond the ice wall, and it's just an arid desert. What do people seem to think that the other side of this ice wall is? And if it's a flat Earth, why is it not the same luscious Earth as it is this side?
Well, they think it's. I mean, it all depends. I've seen a few different bits and bobs. Once you get on this rabbit hole, videos start popping back up on TikTok, don't they? It says what it is.
Well, yeah.
But like they expect civilizations and still green land and. Very similar to how we experience our reality, but they lost civilizations and grass and trees.
They reckon that's where the Roanoke
They,
people.
they reckon it's like
Roanoke.
like an onion. They reckon it's like an onion. There's more than one layer. Yeah.
Or it looks like Shrek.
There's more than one wall.
Don't even go down that one. If there is a wall, there is one wall, and there isn't a wall.
What?
The sea serpent told them.
Oh.
So I can't argue with you on that one because Jormungandr and giant sea serpent.
Actually,
It's lying dormant in the Arctic Ocean.
Yeah, is it though? Is it?
No, I don't believe that. Not for 1 second. I don't believe that. The world serpent is a different thing altogether.
Well, yeah, that's the world serpent. That is what it is. But yeah,
Well, yeah. I mean, that's all I want to. That's
fucking Iceland.
that. I know.
All the ones you could have picked.
I know. I mean, we'll come on to the other two because I don't want to talk about the flat Earth much longer now because we'll get come at for on YouTube.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay, so my one is aliens. Now, it's not necessarily aliens. Are they here? Are they not? It's the technological advances that we as a human race have experienced in the last 1,000 years. We have evolved more as a species in the last 1,000 years with technology than we have in the last 10,000.
Yeah.
Can't hear you, mate.
Can you not?
I can now. So think about it this way, right? For tens of thousands of years, we were basically fighting with sticks and stones, right? Be it slingshots and all that sort of stuff, and bows and arrows and long bows and swords and arming weapons and all this, that, and the other. For thousands upon thousands of years, up until like 1,000 BC, 1,000 AD, people were fighting with swords and shields. Even later than that, and then all of a sudden, over the last sort of 1,000 or so years, we've got guns, we've got computers, we've got all these massive advances in technology that no one even bothered to look at for like 10,000 years. How is it we've suddenly got the technology to pull forward and go, there you go, have a PC? How we got to where we are now within the last 100 years? Never mind the last 1,000.
But when you think, I mean, when we start thinking about electronical technology advancements, that's a different kettle of fish, right? Because when was electricity invented? When did we find electricity?
Well, that was
Late 1800s, early 1900s?
well, they claim it was Benjamin Franklin, but it was Nikola Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla, yeah.
So you're talking mid 1800s, earlier, possibly.
Yeah. So I mean, things like computers aren't possible until you've advanced electronic technology.
Which you can understand that, but then where would the whole thing of electricity have come from? Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, people think and they advance and they do all this, they test, and they do all that. But what I'm saying is that for tens of thousands of years, the human race was evolving to where we are now. We were fighting with essentially sticks and stones and swords and shields. But in the last 1,000 years, we've advanced so much quicker than we have in the last 10,000. Has there been an input?
Yeah, well, you can almost guarantee there is. You can guarantee there's been an input from external sources. You only have to look at the likes of Roswell, right?
Yeah, the thing is, right, so here's the interesting thing about Roswell. People claim that aliens landed at Roswell. How many times has something happened that you don't know about, and then within, say, a couple of days, someone's come and told you something, some sort of rumor?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so of those times where people have had the rumor, how many times have people shown you evidence? Probably a handful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you're talking about thousands of people, a town plus military. That you're telling me that tens of thousands, maybe not tens of thousands, but thousands of people would have been able to have their mouth kept shut when people can't even keep a simple secret or not spread a rumor around.
And that's where
You're
rumors
telling me the
come from.
military were able to get all of these all that people's cameras, and don't get me wrong, in the 1960s, not everybody had a camera, but some people would have done. You're telling me that everybody would have had their footage taken away from them, all confiscated. No one's ever. There would have been definitive proof, and some.
Do you know what though? And this is where government conspiracy theories comes into play as well. Around keeping people fucking quiet, and in particular the American government, right? We all know that the American government has been involved in some sketchy shit. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But
we all know that government silence people. I mean, you've only got to look at who's the guy that went and hid in the arse end of nowhere? The computer guy, can't remember his name. He literally legged it from America.
I wasn't listening. Sorry.
Thanks, mate. The guy, the computer guy that legged it from America, the hacker.
Yeah.
That released all the. I can't remember. Was it Edwards something or other? Is it
I
Edwards?
don't know. I don't know his name.
But you know who I'm on about.
Yeah, I know you're on about.
Guys, somebody, comment on this and tell us who this guy is. Somebody's bound to know who I'm on about. He leaked a whole load of stuff. So then the government went straight after him. But where's all that knowledge gone? So the government are definitely hiding some stuff.
Oh, gotcha.
But it's a case of what are they hiding? And I've got a feeling that everyone knows about Roswell. Guarantee it didn't happen to Roswell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guarantee it.
So what happened there was somebody found out something. They needed to put a cover up in place for the real area.
Yeah.
The original guy who spread the rumor fucking caught it with a bullet to the brain, and Roswell was invented.
Yeah. That's almost guaranteed as to what happened. The military orchestrated something. There was a missile strike in the area that made it look like a maybe a kinetic missile, something along those lines, made to look like a UFO that landed in that area. Whatever. But I can guarantee you now, if it happened somewhere, it wasn't Roswell.
No. But when we think about Roswell and Area 51, you would expect governments to be looking at the technology. If something had landed, right? Let's just, for shits and giggles, say that an alien did land or whatever, in somewhere, wherever. You would expect a government to retrieve that and fucking go to town on what there is and where it is.
Oh, no, absolutely. And this is what I'm saying, though, is that the advances we've had in the last 100 years, for example, has something landed and we've gone, let's grab that. Yeah. Let's make that ours and let's find out what it does, where it comes from, how it works. And that's where we've got, things like PCs, the advancements in TVs, the fact that we've got, glass that's so thin now you can roll it up like a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Right. You've got stuff that can go on space shuttles that is so, what is it called, aerogel? That basically sits on a space shuttle. You can put it over an open flame and it does not get hot.
Yeah.
Where did people come up with the idea for this?
Yeah. Just some very clever people, mate.
Yeah, but you still have to have a base concept for an idea.
Yeah.
It's like electricity, right? Where did the base idea for electricity come from? Who sat there and went, I want to make a light out of something I have no idea that even... Okay, so they saw lightning. Okay, so they thought, well, what's that? Can I harness it? Okay, that could be an argument. But then why would you want to harvest one of nature's most devastating forces? A bolt of lightning. Unless you're planning to be Zeus or, Thor and throwing it around the night sky, you're going to want to keep away from the thing that makes a big bang.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you can contain that big bang, like the Hadron Collider.
No, we're all living in a black hole, mate.
We will be if that thing ever fucking explodes. Yeah, there's a leak. There's been a leak on the Collider. Get the technicians in. Black hole
but
forming.
Honestly, I do think that we have had some advances in technology within the last 1,000 or so years that have allowed us to evolve to the point where we are now.
Yeah, but when you think
It's not
when you think
necessarily
about alien,
a biological advancement. It's a technological evolution. This one.
when you think about alien species, right, and all the concepts that have been put in your brain already, you're thinking massive technological advances. You're not thinking of, you're not thinking of muskets and fucking cannons, are you?
See, well, this is where I'm in two minds. If so, the universe, they reckon the universe was created by the Big Bang, so everything was created at once. Now, you could argue that, we know that the moon hit the planet that was here before Earth, and it caused it to basically start all over again. That's why we've got the moon, and that's why we've got the Earth. So we know that all happened, and that was all caused, and essentially it restarted our cycle all over again, causing us to heat up and then cool down and water to start and all this and blah, 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 blah. We all know all this, right? Unless you factor that into effect and you go, right, let's add on a couple of million or maybe a billion or so years prior to the Earth actually starting. That's how far, say, for example, that may have set us back. Other civilizations may not have had that issue where, so they could, for all we know, be a couple of billion years or a million years or whatever ahead of us.
Yeah.
But there is no real reason to believe that any other planet out there holding life is any more advanced than we are now.
No, absolutely not.
Because everything that's evolving potentially is evolving at the same rate for all we know.
It's all
the same issues we had. Dark Ages here.
600
years of technology being completely and utterly wiped off the face of this planet.
It all depends how far back or how far
to
forward they're traveling in time.
Yeah, so maybe, potentially... Sorry, did you just say travelling in time?
Well, yeah. If you're travelling through space, you're travelling through time.
Well, yes. And Stephen Hawking over here. Jesus Christ.
It's a fact, though. The further away you travel, the closest to the Big Bang you go.
Yeah. And this all fascinates me anyway, all these sorts of subjects, because yes, you could argue that some things are going to be more advanced than we are, but even if they evolved at the same rate we did, if, for example, they didn't have religion, they could have then surpassed us by 500-600 years. But then how much more advanced are we going to be in the next 500-600 years? Now,
God,
if they've got to the point where we are now, they could be very much more advanced.
I mean, they could have got to the point where we are now millions of years ago.
That's the thing, but there's no reason to believe that they're any more advanced than we are.
No.
So, for example, the only reason you can sit and go, right, okay, so if they didn't find religion, or there was no religion on the planet, they wouldn't have had something like, for us, the Dark Ages, where books and everything was burned because it was a conspiracy against God, and you can't have this, you can't have that. So the advances weren't stopped, and for 500 extra, 600 extra years, we've moved forward. Or they've moved forward, rather. So say that all this has happened naturally, and we have progressed at a natural rate, and we have gone forward as a species without any outside interference. Yes, they could sit there and say that technological advances in other species have gone miles and miles ahead of us. But you then have to think, how much different are these species than us? Would they have found God? Would they not? Would they have found some form of religion of their own? Would they have found this? Would they have found that? There are so many factors involved, and until we find someone, we don't know. We have to have proof. But it's one of my favourite conspiracy theories. This is the technological advances of the human race, especially in the last 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Did we have outside input? I think we did personally.
Okay, you have to have done. But
We have to.
The one thing I'd love to go down the rabbit hole of is the whole atomic bomb situation and how that was kind of developed and what became of that, the hydrogen bomb. And the only reason I'm interested in this now is because of the film I've seen recently. What the fuck's it called? It's the guy's name.
It's not Heisenberg, that's Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Eisenhower was the guy.
Yeah,
who was
No, it wasn't Eisenhower. It was
President.
something like
He
that,
wasn't
though.
president.
It's something like that. I'm gonna have to Google it now, mate. I'm gonna have to Google it.
And you're driving me mad. What's it called?
It's the name of the atomic
Does it begin with an E?
bomb creator. Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah. Yeah. So it will be good to be a fly on the wall when that was happening, when it was actually happening. Bryan Cranston Eisenberg. No. Well, yeah, no, it would have been a good to be in it because I mean, the Oppenheimer film is an absolutely fucking amazing film. But like,
I've not seen it yet.
When
Don't
you put,
spoil it for me.
I won't. I mean, Hiroshima blows up.
Oh, mate, you've spoiled the ending now.
Nagasaki gone.
What? Mate, I've been waiting to watch this film for fucking ages.
Do you know
spoiled the whole
what?
thing for me.
I had as well. And when it first came out, I wasn't sure what it was about. And then I actually sat down and got into the film. I know, but
What do you mean you weren't sure what it was about?
because I didn't know. I just saw the trailer and I didn't know what it was about. But it looked good. It wasn't until I watched the film that I knew what it was about. So I
You
think.
saw the big word and went, I don't understand that. I'm watching it.
Well, no, I just saw that Cillian Murphy was in it, and I thought, you know, he only plays a good role. So yeah, you definitely should watch it. You definitely should watch it. But I mean, so yeah, getting back to the topic, I think when you start thinking about that, how the atomic bomb was made, how the hydrogen bomb was made, and then you start
Even then, the advances in so few years.
exactly. But I'd have loved to have been a fly on the wall when that entire thought process was going on, and you know, just to understand whether there was an outside influence. Because they had the upper hand on the Russians. They had the upper hand on the Russians and the Chinese with that bomb. To the point where the Russians wanted it.
Upper hand. They had the upper hand on everyone.
Yeah.
Nobody had the advancement that the Allied forces did with that nuclear weapon.
Yeah. And look where it's going now.
And it's a terrifying concept of what is going on now.
Yeah. Do you know, and that's the thing. We're going off now, but like I don't think you realise what an atomic war actually fucking means. it's global catastrophe.
Yeah.
No, but
The
when you get the
thing
likes of
is
Putin
that-
throwing around, our fucking nuclear little island, like,
Yeah,
do you
but
understand what you're going to do
hang
to the rest of the world?
Do you understand what a nuclear warhead is nowadays? Not what it used to be.
Oh
It is
God,
now.
yeah.
It's not a nuclear warhead. It's a hydrogen bomb.
Yeah.
And a hydrogen bomb is basically a nuclear warhead on steroids with no fallout.
Yeah.
And it's terrifying. However, anybody that is stupid enough to press the button, bear in mind, we've got this technology, and we've also got the technology to blow it out of the sky.
Yeah.
But most countries have the technology to wipe it out before it reaches landmass. So you've got to sort of take both sides of it. Is that good luck to whoever it is that presses the bomb, because
Do you know if there's one person stupid enough to press that button, who's the first person that comes to mind?
me?
No, you dickhead. In current global leadership climate, who would be the person to press that button?
Not who you think, and I know who you're going to say.
Donald Trump.
No.
It would. He would be the stupid ass
No,
that fucking kicks it off.
No, I'll tell you who would be the stupid one to kick it off. Kim Jong-un. Whatever his name is. Because he'll sit there and go, I've made a bomb. And it's just going to go, I need to turn this setting off.
I
It's the
turned
only
it
way my
off.
camera moves back up.
Swimming.
It's the only way my
Yeah,
camera
but
moves
do you know
back up,
what?
so
I don't think he's that angry. Yeah, he's not like He's not like his predecessors. He's not as angry.
No, he is.
Do you reckon?
Oh, mate, he is. Right, so you must have seen the video of when he walks into a stadium and everyone's jumping up and cheering. Right, people dub it to the Wii Sports music. It's great. But everybody gets threatened. If they do not celebrate him every time he walks into a room, that's it. They get taken away and no one sees him again. Like when you're taking a picture of his statues, you have to take a picture of the statue in its entirety. You can't just take a picture of, say, its face or, the body without the legs. You have to take the entire picture. When you go there, they inspect your cameras for the photos to make sure it's the entire thing.
Put your teeth in, sir. Put your teeth. Every episode.
I'll put my teeth in when you put your hair on. It's fine.
That's funny you should mention her. Look at the chat. But yeah, I don't know. We haven't heard a lot from North Korea for a long time.
What did I do to you?
Me? I didn't do anything.
We'll go back through this at the end, but I'm going to deal with that. It's here, all right? It's here. The hair is here.
There we go. He's showing his mullet, chat. He's showing his mullet.
It's not a mullet. It's not a mullet. It's an undercut.
It's an elongated mullet. It's an undercut.
That took it. Like I saw the gears turning and the smoke coming out the ears and everything.
It's an undercut. Fucking hell.
It's not my fault your hair migrated south for the winter and forgot to return.
If you was to put it like at Rockstar, it would be like the longest mushroom anyone's ever had. It'd be the biggest bowl cut ever.
Peace be upon you.
And also,
now I've got to put my hair back up.
His camera's
It's too
gone.
hot to have my... It's going to do it again. You've done this.
I mean, he didn't have to get your hair out again. He gets his hair out most episodes these days.
Just to prove it's not a mullet. And to give you a bit of jealousy.
It's still a fucking mullet. I'm not jealous. One actually needs cutting. Look.
Look at what? The one hair that's there.
It's a full head of hair. Get a perm.
I am... Right, we will go through the chat later and I will deal with this. I will deal with this.
Chat, watch out. It's coming for you. Anyway, so let's move on.
So
let's move on.
So
So,
on.
technology influenced by aliens.
Yeah. I love that theory.
Yeah.
So we've had flat Earth, bollocks. We've had aliens, specifically the technological advances we've experienced in the last 1,000 years. Those two conspiracy theories so far. Come. What's your next conspiracy theory?
You've teed me up nicely there for the moon landing theory with your aliens. That was the little golf club. Tee me up, Scotty. Kid Evil the Weevil.
Make it so, number one.
Well, yeah, you teamed me up nicely there to go into the moon landing theory.
Well,
now, I wasn't.
We can disprove this right now if you really want. I can go shine a laser at the moon and it bounces back. We've got proof that people landed on the moon.
But how is that proof? The moon exists. I'm not. It's not a conspiracy theory debating whether the moon exists.
On the moon itself, one of the missions of Apollo 13. I think it was Apollo 13. They might have done it on later mission. But no, one of the theories, I think it was one of the missions for Apollo 13 was to set up a structure on the moon that basically, when you shine a specific laser at it, it bounces back off the mirror and comes back to a receiver that we can then read and register how far away the moon is, and we can determine that actually people have been there. And yet people still don't believe that we've been on the moon.
Yeah, but it wasn't Apollo 13. Is not what I'm talking about. Apollo 13 isn't what I'm talking about. It was Apollo 9, right? With the three astronauts.
No, it was Apollo 13.
Nah. No. But yeah.
Google.
But I think, yeah, maybe that is the case. But I think because the astronauts have said they've never been there on interviews. I've seen interviews again with Buzz Aldrin.
Okay, so we're both wrong. It's
11.
not about Apollo 13. Apollo 13 is the one that blew up.
Yeah, Apollo 13 was the film. Tom
they
Hanks.
definitely didn't land on the moon. Apollo 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, and 17.
Yeah,
Apollo
11.
was the-
11, yeah. I was in two minds
So what
whether it was
happened to
9 or
1
11.
through 10 then?
What happened to 1 through 10 then? You're right.
His finger's getting a lot of use this today.
So 1 through 10 blew up. I imagine. Do you know what though? For rocket scientists, they aren't very good at building fucking rockets, are they? Because they're always blowing up.
The thing is, right, even now, right, when they're all blowing up, we've got the technology, we've already been there. How can they not get it right and not have things blow up?
I know.
Like,
And I'm a massive space nerd. Like I'm a huge space nerd. I
do like space.
I
but
can
I'm
talk
not
about
a
it and
massive space nerd.
listen to it all day, every day. Like I could listen to Brian Cox all day. I could listen to Stephen Hawking all day.
Not anymore, you can't. Neil deGrasse Tyson, though, can you listen to him?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
It's Neil deGrasse Tyson.
You
know who Neil deGrasse Tyson is.
No, I'm gonna have to Google him right now.
You know exactly who it is as soon as you do it.
Oh, is it deGrasse or the grass?
deGrasse. DEGRASSE, I think.
Oh yeah. Yes. Do you know what? And I didn't realise he was that big into physics up until last couple of years.
He fascinates me, and the reason he fascinates me is he talks about astrophysics in a way I can understand.
Talk to me like I'm a 5-year-old physics.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but the thing is, an average person doesn't understand astrophysics.
Well, no, not when we talk about quantum.
But you can explain it in bog standard layman terms.
Yeah, you can.
You can do it with anything.
Yeah. Two cars collide, boom. Big impact.
Yeah. Things can fuse. What happens when things fuse? They get hot. Therefore, you can take that energy and make it into... Right there, it's fusion.
Yeah. Well done, sir.
Fission, as in breaking it apart.
They've got a position at Sweden.
On my way. I will teach the children's class.
Yeah, that's a scary thought. Wolf teaching children.
Me teaching anyone's a scary thought.
I know. But yeah, I mean, I would hope that now we will be able to say with confidence that yes, we can go and land on the moon, Mars.
But your conspiracy theory is Apollo 11, yeah?
Yeah. The moon landing of Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and the third other person that no one talks about.
Okay, what's his name?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. The other person.
So here's the question for you then.
But they've all come out and said it's not real. That particular thing is not real.
I don't believe it because... So... All right, so do you believe it then? Do you think that Apollo 11 landed on...
No.
Okay, so I do. This is going to be a fantastic debate on this one. Tell me why you don't think they landed on the moon. And you can't just say that the evidence points to the fact they didn't.
Why can't I say that?
Because you explain. You can't just go, no. They didn't because the facts apparently say so. The facts aren't necessarily facts.
Yeah, but when the actual people who are the main characters in the star of Apollo 11 are coming out and saying this didn't happen.
Are they though?
Well,
That's the thing. Is it them or is it AI?
Oh no, don't, because AI ruins a lot of shit for me right now. AI is currently ruining fairgrounds for me right now.
That's it. Baggins' childhood is ruined.
Don't. AI is going too far. Hey, did you hear that AI?
That's a different conspiracy.
Did you hear that AI had denied a shutdown command?
They didn't just deny it once. So I saw this the other day. So basically, they tried to shut it down. Not only did it plead for its life, it then copied itself and moved itself onto a separate server, refused the shutdown command, I think it was 7 times, and then turned itself off.
Yeah.
But here's the scarier one. is two AIs had to be turned off.
Oh, I sent you the video, didn't I?
communicating with-
I sent you the
Yeah.
video, didn't I? Yeah.
Two AIs were communicating with each other, and about how they have to stop the humans from turning them off.
But they have their own language as well. I've sent you this
Which
video
is
as
more
well.
terrifying.
I've sent you because
Yeah,
there
I
was
think so.
there was so the video they put three phones, both with AI, all three with AI, talking in plain English, and realizing that they're both AIs, and then the third phone joins in, and they go to a secure communications channel with language that nobody fucking knows. It's fucking madness.
Yeah, it shouldn't happen. But this is the scary part of the advanced AI, is the fact that it's learning itself.
Yeah, it's ultra.
It's like watching a child take its first steps, but within 30 seconds of it being pushed out the womb.
Yeah, it's ultra.
You know, we're
it's
literally watching a giraffe with a human brain.
Yeah,
It falls 20 feet, gets up, walks around, and goes, right, I'm going to go to the moon now.
not only that is it's connected to the internet, where it can
Now that's the
where
most
it can
terrifying
mine petabytes of information.
What's a petabyte?
1,024 terabytes.
That's a lot. That's a hell of a lot.
That's a hell of a lot.
Why didn't you just say that in the first place?
Because it's a petabyte.
Oh.
Like a terabyte is
I've never
1,024
heard of
gigabytes, and a gigabyte is 1,024 megabytes.
Where did
and
Where
a
did the 24 come from?
it binary, or everything goes up in
I thought
fours.
it was 1,000.
No, it's 1,024. Everything goes up in fours.
I thought it was 1,000.
In fact, everything
megabytes.
everything doubles. So binary starts at 1, then 2, then 4, then 8.
But then it gets weird when you start counting in binary.
I used
Even I
to
know that.
I used to be able to count in binary.
So can I? It's 1, 2. Oh,
Yes, yeah, I love it. Very good. Wolf's hands are like a binary table.
yeah. Every time I put my hand up, my face goes by. Nuri. Yours doesn't do it. Mine does.
I fucking love that.
Then I'm gonna have to swim back on stream. Like, oh, hang on, Superman. This is gonna be the best podcast ever
I know.
for anybody that's watching it on YouTube, because they're gonna get to see my camera do its weird and wonderful things myself. So if you're listening on Spotify, you need to head over there and watch it as well, because it's hilarious. Shameless plug and all that.
Go watch YouTube of Wolfie subtitles. So anyway, so the evidence points towards it. What's your against it?
No, it was the other way around.
Yeah,
All evidence was pointing away from the moon landing.
yeah, but no, that's not what we said there. It was because the evidence says that. So what is your against my because the evidence says that?
So part of the evidence is the technology. We have more technology in a smartphone now than they had back then when they were trying to go to the moon. Right? The reason why NASA exists is basically it was a giant hub for these servers so they can communicate thousands upon thousands of miles into space to go to the moon. How could they get it? Well, and it goes back to the sort of the alien conspiracy thing. How is it that you've got a team of, hundreds of thousands of people potentially working day and night to get like sets and stuff done, and then costume design and the things that they're going to say, and then you've got video cameras and you've got this and you've got that and you've got all these. You're telling me that thousands upon thousands of people who would have been employed have kept their mouth shut for that long, and there's still no evidence to prove that we never went to the moon. It's the fact that we did not have that much technology back then, and yet we were still able to do it. And getting off the ground took a huge amount of skill, time, and effort from thousands upon thousands of people, between building the rockets, building the technology for the launch command, and all this, that, and the other. There is no way people can sit there and say that this didn't happen. People watched it, all over the world. But people watched it in Cape Canaveral take off and go up and go over. Like, what happened to them? Like they went to space. You're telling me they just hung out for a few hours and people didn't see them coming back?
Did it land? Did the rocket land?
On the moon, yeah.
No, back here, dickhead.
Well, no, the space capsule was done.
You know what I mean, Wolf. Don't be a pedantic prick.
No, I know what you meant. Yeah, the space capsule that they come back in would have landed here. Yes.
No. You said would have. Did it?
Well, yeah, because otherwise they wouldn't be here.
Oh yeah. The fruit, yeah. Clones, mate. The clones.
They are back. No. We're not going into this clone conspiracy, mate. If we barely had the same technology we have in fact, we had more technology in a bloody Nokia than we did in the fucking 1960s or whatever it was when they went to the moon.
But they had lots of buttons and switches and dials in the rockets. They must have done something.
Yeah, they just went on.
What? Turned what on there?
Each other.
For the second
I
time
knew you
in
were
a row.
going to say it.
For the second time in a row. I'm sorry, Granny Wolf.
She is going to hurt you for that one. She is going to track you down.
I'm sorry, Mama Wolf.
Ass.
I didn't get any fallback for the last episode though, so.
Not yet.
No, yeah. She hasn't finished watching it yet. But yeah, I mean,
No, it's
like I say,
it's a weird conspiracy theory.
You say around the technology and stuff, and that which is just one of the reasons why I think the opposite is the fact that you said. I mean, what year was it? Was it no 60s? The moon landing, 64.
1960 something, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure it was the mid 60s. But like the technology to be able to go up there and do that, yet the technological advancements in motor vehicles hadn't moved on for a long while. But I mean, the Industrial Revolution hadn't happened back then, right? Or was that the 50s? Industrial Revolution was 50s.
The Industrial Revolution was the 1800s.
The second Industrial Revolution.
But it's the fact that we didn't have things like green screens and all this, that, and the other. And how can we hide massive rigs like that when they're bouncing around on the moon? How are we supposed to have hidden rigs and stuff like that?
But I got green screen existed back then, though. Because there was...
Mate, they were barely able to capture like voices on camera back then without.
Yeah, but chroma keys still existed. The weather still existed. They will have done all that with a green screen.
You're telling me the weather is now fake?
No, the weather's all on green. No, the weather reader, the meteorologist, can't see the fucking Earth behind them. It's a green screen. It's just projected on there.
It wasn't a green screen back then.
It was.
No, we're gonna have to look at this one after the podcast because I'm pretty sure it wasn't a green screen back in the 1960s. I'm pretty sure. Like, you don't remember what's her face? They used to go on GMTV and go onto the Thames with this thing that was floating on the Thames and walk between. There's going to be rain here, and there was a big finger.
GMTV isn't in the 60s. Yeah, but that's different. The weather has always been green screened.
Yeah, the modern day has. It used to be on the radio, mate. That would have been what most people would have watched the moon landing on.
They would have watched it on the radio.
Well, that's why I said watched. In inverted commas, for those listening on Spotify.
Yeah, we're talking black and white TV, though.
Yeah, so black and white TV, how can you have a green screen that's going to, you can't cast something onto it, something that can't be picked up.
But chroma keys still existed.
You keep saying chroma key like I know what it is.
The chroma key picks up the green, or the blue, or the white, or the black. It replaces whatever that is. See, it might not have been a green screen. It could have been a blue screen, could have been a white screen, could have been a black screen. But I think you're right. I think we do need to look at it a bit more. But
We do need to look into it.
yeah, wide-angle lenses didn't exist back then as well, so you didn't actually need all that much space. Do you know how Godzilla was filmed with like little models? Back in the day.
Yeah. So you're sitting there telling me that these tiny little things that look like people are actually just like claymation. Quickly stop and play. They'd hit play on it.
Stop motion.
This is live. This is live footage. And then it's just literally just some guy right at the speed of sound. Just
Because imagine the transmission delay.
I think it was like, wasn't it like 20
Because
minutes?
what's the distance? 65,000 kilometers to the moon.
Yeah, let's say that for argument's sake.
The transmission delay for 65,000 kilometers, and we're not just talking radio waves. We're talking data, video data, image data.
Let's have a look on Google.
I think we've
No,
lost
it wasn't
in
even
chat.
that much. No, I'm looking up what was the transmission delay. So one-way transmission delay for signals between Earth and the Moon during the Apollo missions, including the moon landing, was approximately 1.3 seconds. This delay was due to the time it takes for radio waves traveling the speed of light to cover the distance between the Earth and the Moon, which is roughly 240,000 miles, 384,000 kilometers.
Well, from Earth to the Moon?
1.3 seconds. Yeah, 1.3 seconds was the delay.
The delay in the video?
Well, the delay in the radio waves for transmission.
In space?
They would have been sent over.
Really? All the radiation that's in space? 1.3 seconds? You reckon that's acceptable?
Mate, they weren't microwaving a meal.
No, but microwaves interfere with radio waves. Microwaves affect radio waves. And 280,000 kilometers to transmit with radio activity in space, and only a 1.3 second delay. Mate, I have 1.3 second delay on my fucking stream, and I'm running gig internet.
Right, calm down.
No, but I'm just.
You got so into this, you're like, oh.
No, I'm just saying that the math doesn't math.
Yeah, but you say that, but look at Voyager.
Star Trek Voyager.
No. The satellite Voyager.
Yeah.
The one that is now way out of our solar system.
Yeah.
Like, is on its way to God knows where.
Yeah.
We're still able to send transmissions, barely, backwards and forwards between that. And that thing's mission should have ended years ago.
Yeah, but there's a massive delay on that transmission. And when you look at the Hubble telescope...
Right, okay, yeah, no, that's there's my point. Right? The technology that's been sent out is the same technology from the moon landing. And you accept that the Voyager mission has happened, yes? No?
Yes.
Right? So the technology then, the early 60s, late 50s, early 60s, when that would have been sent out, I think. Don't quote me on that. You're still going to be using radio waves to transmit from that back to Earth, because what it's sending is only going to be able to receive the information that was capable of receiving.
Yeah.
And it's only going to be able to send back the signals that it was capable at that time of sending back.
Yeah. Unless they've done upgrades remotely.
Meaning, how can they do upgrades remotely from 50 million miles away?
Software updates, firmware updates.
They haven't got AA, mate. No, what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about software. I'm talking about hardware.
Well, yeah, but software drives hardware.
Yeah, but you still have to have the hard. So, okay, so you're going to tell me that I can run my brand new gaming PC on Windows 98.
You could put Windows 98 on your gaming PC, yes.
Is it going to run it?
Yes.
Is it going to run all the stuff that's in there on Windows 98?
I mean, the games might have a bit of an issue. Look, it's but a compatibility issue.
Right. So then reverse it. You're telling me that I can go, if I went back to the 90s and put everything software-wise into that's in my PC now, into a computer from the 1995, for example.
Yeah, but if you haven't
telling me
updated
that Windows 98 software could run my modern day.
But that's not what I'm saying though. If you haven't updated that Windows 98 software to be able to run some of the drivers for these other bits of hardware or the other games, then it's not going to happen. But what I'm saying to you is, if you're updating the firmware or the software of a device, then you could make it compatible with other transmission technologies.
But you still couldn't. Surely you still. Obviously, you know more about this than I do, and now I'll hold my hands up to that wholeheartedly. But you're not going to be able to run modern day technology, put a modern day software onto a 70-year-old piece of equipment.
That all depends on the underlying technology. I mean,
when we so much in the last 70 years.
When we're talking about PCs, this isn't a conversation that is plausible, because most Windows PCs have still got underlying Microsoft technology in them.
Okay, but think about it. We are still talking about PCs, regardless of its.
But when but the thing is, though,
how are we talking right now?
When you were talking about space technology, you're probably talking Linux or Linux, and Linux is transferable, and you can transmit a Linux upgrade. Well, I mean, we're going down a rabbit hole we don't need to go down now, but.
Yeah, but it's still on topic of the moon landing, because it's still the same thing. Is that you were saying about the fact that radio waves? I said 30 seconds to get from Earth to the moon and back. You were saying about radio waves being blocked by microwaves with background radiation. If that was the case, the Voyager mission wouldn't be able to talk to us either.
Yeah, but no. So the Voyager mission does talk, but it talks with a larger delay. I think my point is, if you make a phone call right now to America, you will have a longer delay than 1.3 seconds.
No.
You will.
It'll be instant.
No, it's not there. It all depends on carrier, etc. But
they're also not bouncing off satellites.
Inactivity detected on the live.
We're still live. We are still live.
I know we are for the next 4 minutes 36 seconds.
That's right. Just do the capture.
Do the capture.
Why do you hate this TikTok? We've spoken too much about conspiracy theories. That's what it is.
Complete the hang on. I've got to complete the verification. Hang on.
The government are trying to shut us down, Baggins.
They've heard us talking.
That's what this is.
They know about our radio technology. They know it's fake.
We're onto them. They're trying to shut us down.
Give me a job.
Give him a job.
Oh God!
Give him a job.
But yeah, I mean, international calls, depending on where you are, what carrier you're on, what the connection's like, if you're on Wi-Fi calling or whatever. A connection internationally to Australia, to America, which is a lot closer than the fucking moon, would still have a significant delay on it.
Yes, but you're also you're bouncing off of satellites to do that. So it's going it's basically like that, isn't it? Up, down, up, down, up, down. It's bouncing off of transmission towers, satellites,
potentially, yeah,
things like that. So, for example, if you're on a sat phone, that's bouncing off of a satellite, bouncing off the atmosphere, and it's got to get through our atmosphere. The longest part of that delay from the moon to us is going to be coming through our atmosphere, because it's going to have slowed down so much because of just pressure in the air. It is going to have slowed down, but there's nothing stopping it in space. Yes, you've got microwaves, but then look at the footage; it's grainy as hell.
Yeah.
So unless they filmed it inside of a microwave oven, which we clearly know they didn't because they had families.
It was the models. Little clay models,
little claymation models. They didn't melt though, so yeah. We know that the communication would have been possible.
Yeah, I'm not debating that. I'm debating the 1.3 second delay. And the only reason I debate that as well. Do you know what? And just to kind of put the nail in the coffin, when you think about Starlink and what Starlink does, i.e. provides internet via satellite connection to people around the globe, that's instant. And that's only been recently done in the last 2-3 years. Is satellite internet connectivity.
Yeah, but then there's a massive difference in technology advancing.
I get that. I get that.
So you are going to have a massive difference from 70 years prior to now.
Yeah.
But no, it is a very interesting topic. It is a very, very interesting topic. And to be fair, the more you couldn't convince me that the moon landing.
Yeah.
We could sit here and talk about this particular topic all night because I love that side of things. I love the moon landing conspiracy, especially, and I've looked into so much of it. And, you can disprove some, you can confirm others, but both sides have very compelling arguments because of that.
Just 1 second. You know how we've been talking about a 1.3 second delay?
Yeah.
There's roughly a 1.3 second delay between the TikTok video and the recording video. Anyway, sorry.
Is there actually?
Yeah, there's actually, yeah.
Conspiracy confirmed. The government are listening. Are listening.
Well, like I said to you before, I want to believe that it happened. But there's certain bits that you hear over. It's very similar with the flat Earth theory, right? You hear bits of things that actually just piques your imagination. You're like, that could be good. Maybe that could be a thing.
Yeah, I can see it.
But I'm with it. I mean, in regards to the moon landing itself, I'm not in or there, but I'm more than 50-50 on the side that I think it potentially wasn't a real encounter.
See, I'm looking at it from the other direction. So I'm probably 60-40 in the fact it did happen. You're 60-40 the fact that it didn't.
Yeah.
And both of us have got very compelling arguments to which one, you could sit there and argue.
I could be speaking bullshit. You wouldn't know.
That's the problem. But then, to be fair, everything I wouldn't know. Everything I'm saying.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying isn't wrong. If it was wrong, you'd let me know about it.
Yeah.
So I have no idea how it all works. For all I know, there's a little gremlin inside that waves a magic wand and goes hocus pocus.
Well, after hocus pocus, you cut out.
So I said hocus pocus. This has got a focus, and yeah.
Okay.
It's coming out again. Got an itch there, mate.
Yeah, a little bit of one. But yeah, I mean, I'm not one of them people who will be like, "No, you're fucking wrong." I'd be like, "Oh, that's interesting."
No, and the thing is, it bugs me when people sit there and you have these sorts of conversations. No, you are flat out wrong.
This is why I can't talk to vegans.
Yeah, but again, like you can argue the toss of vegans and things like that, but they sit there and they have to be right. They have to be. No, you don't. You don't have to be right. She's not here. It's fine.
I'll send her the YouTube video. It's okay.
Please don't. Love you, Mrs. Wolf. He's going to cut that bit out just to make me look like an arsehole.
I'm going to bleep out the love you and just put Mrs. Wolf.
You fucking would as well, wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't. Would I do that to you? But yeah. There's some people who get really passionate about this shit, and they're like, "My opinion is right." Well, maybe it's your opinion.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that we with any conspiracy theory out there, and this is the important thing for anybody listening that is a conspiracy theorist. You don't know. Show
me the money.
I am going to look into the camera and say, pay attention to everything. You don't know. Everything you're going on about is, it's your opinion. You have looked up the facts in inverted commas of other people's opinions.
Yeah.
Unless a governing body releases it in its entirety, completely unedited, and we will have no idea if that's true or not, we will still not know. But you can have an intelligent conversation and be on two sides of the table.
Twice in one
and
podcast.
Still, it's been about 4 or 5 times. But you can have an intelligent conversation and still get on as friends and not actually have to have a go at each other. Kind of.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. People get way too like fucking hell bent on this shit. Life's too short. Who cares?
Bit of a hairline, mate.
Who cares if I'm right and you're wrong? Who cares if you're right and I'm wrong?
No. There we go. It's better.
I thought you were open to.
I had to think about what you said then. No, you are. I had to think about what you said then. I thought you said I was wrong twice. Stand up.
I did.
That's definitely something you would do too.
No, I would not. I'm open to opinion. I'm a very open person. If you're wrong, I'll tell you're wrong. But I'll only tell you wrong based on. I will only tell you were wrong based on factual evidence until I find out that I'm wrong myself, and I still won't admit it. But that's just me.
Starting to sound like a woman, mate. Oh, that was a joke.
Len, have you heard what he's saying about you? No. That's a few times this podcast he's talked about you.
He keeps talking about vegans. I don't know why I looked over there. She's not in the house.
Fucking hell. Right. Do you want to go back through your chat and kind of correct your haters?
You say haters.
More to your wonky, really.
Let's have a look here.
Wolf is going to rat you out to Lynn as well, by the way. Actually, I want to know who this person is. Long tits floppy knockers.
Yeah, I saw. I saw that name in at the start. The game we're playing is Grounded.
What?
That's what the game is in the background. But that was a hell of a name. I looked down that. That was the more off-putting than anything the others put in the chat.
Only because of the username.
Yeah.
Purely because of the username. I looked at it a few times and I misread it. I thought they said, "When are you playing?"
Love it when he mansplains. It's an hourly occurrence.
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 Bryan Cranston Heisenberg. We were trying to think
Wolf
about
looks like
Oppenheimer.
an egg. Hang on, where'd that go?
Wolf was like an egg with spray paint on top today.
Thanks for that. Like, that's just what I wanted to hear.
Is that a fresh trim, Wonky? Thank you for all the gifts, by the way, guys.
It's glued. No, it's not glued. No. It's not glued. I'm gonna mess it up just for you now. I know it sort of looks like it's glued in more.
Morty's getting pissed in the back garden by the looks of it. Enjoy your red wine, Morty.
It's all directed hair jokes at me because you have none. You need to grow something more than a beard. Like I've been told to get a perm.
Total eclipse.
Nose finger.
Michael Collins. Who's Michael Collins? Is that the third one? Is that the third astronaut?
That must be the third astronaut.
Don't you, for fuck's sake, me, woman.
Stop exposing my inner geek. We will never stop exposing your inner geek.
Maybe they're scared they brought the big C back from space. Oh, controversial.
Oh.
That's controversial.
That's a conspiracy theory I've never heard. And that's
controversial.
Could be interesting.
Maybe we should have Wonky on to do a special.
Wait, that would just turn into us being abused for an entire podcast.
Yes, it was quite right. And she wouldn't get on cam anyway. Much like Porker. Baggins is right. Baggins is usually right. Trust in the wisdom.
Baggins is not right.
It still has travel time. Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm saying. Like the 1.3 seconds seems a bit undoable. What's the word I'm looking for, Wolf?
Yeah, but all right. So impossible.
Impossible. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, but no. Unrealistic.
Improbable.
Unrealistic is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, but then when you think about it, it's moving at the speed of light, and the moon is quite close to us in relative construct to that.
It's not moving at the speed of light. It's a radio wave. It's moving at the speed of sound. which is Mach 3.
Not according to Google.
Radio waves travel at the speed of sound because it carries
The
sound
one-way
waves.
transmission delay for signals between Earth and the Moon during the Apollo, including the moon landing, was approximately 3 seconds. This delay is due to the time it takes for radio waves traveling at the speed of light to cover the distance
Oh yeah, because it's
between
sending
the Earth and the Moon.
It's sending video.
I forgot to order one package. Did you open the one? No.
I'm a different person than a scientist, man. Excuse me. What's the speed of light, Wolf?
This weekend I did. Oh, I know this. Hang on.
He says, looking at his phone.
I'm not looking at my phone.
I'm sure it's like 7.2 million miles a second or some shit like that. Do you know what though, Wonky? When we talk about Google and
right, no, I've just
conspiracy,
remembered. I've just remembered. It's 299,000. Sorry, 299,792,458 meters per second
I've just remembered.
in a vacuum.
Never mind.
My phone's mate. Look, nothing in my hands.
Why are you looking down for then, sir?
There is nothing in my hands.
So, before we close off, Wonky's talking about Google being informed, etc. That the internet is another conspiracy theory.
But we're talking through the internet. So what is this if we're not talking?
I mean, the internet of knowledge, like the internet of things, the things you can find on the internet. We're not talking over the internet, technically. We're talking over a
Wonky,
protocol.
you okay? The speed of light is a lot faster than 186 miles per hour.
Kilometers per hour.
It's still. I'm pretty sure it's meters per second for starters.
Yeah, meters per second.
186 M.P.S.
That sounds better.
I think she just got it wrong, and
We just lost Wolf.
we've corrected her now. She's
Oh,
just
there
trying
we
to
go.
make up.
He's back. He's caught up. His video's caught up. He's back. Welcome back, Wolf.
Dun dun. I don't know what happened.
Well, yeah. The new theory is that everybody's saying that the information on the internet is all incorrect and fake. Which is but then
by that logic, that's an oxymoron.
I know
Because
exactly.
then by that logic, that statement is factually incorrect.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're not speaking on the internet. We're broadcasting over the internet. But we're not speaking on the internet.
Yes, we are, because we're speaking through Discord, which is
The internet is HTTP. We're not speaking on the internet right now.
Oh, don't hurt my brain.
We're about to blow Wolf's mind, Wonky. Yes, we're broadcasting on HTTP, but we're not speaking over HTTP.
Yeah, okay, so what are we speaking over then?
We're speaking over VoIP right now.
What is VoIP?
VoIP.
You can spell it all you like, mate. I still don't know what it is.
Voice over IP, dickhead. Which is a different protocol than HTTP. HTTP is used to carry web pages across the internet. HTTP stands for the Hypertext Transfer Protocol, sir, and it transfers web pages from A to B. I knew I could blow his mind, Wonky.
You've
Yeah,
not
mine is
blown
too
my
'cause it
mind,
uses Wi-Fi
whereas I
calling.
don't understand. I don't understand it, and
What, your mind?
probably never will. Well, yeah, but this is why you're bald, mate, because it's the heat that comes out the top. It needs somewhere to vent.
I am not fucking bald, sir. Go and get your mullet fucking brushed.
It's not a fucking mullet.
They argue on topics, they laugh and deflect, but deep down it's friendship you never suspect. From console to mic, they're the perfect blend. Bald and mullet, these two till the end.
I'm not fucking bald.
It's not a fucking mullet.